A woman walked up to a decrepit old man rocking in a chair on his porch. "Couldn't help noticing how happy and content you look," she said. "Do you mind me asking, what's your secret for a long, happy life?" "Sure," he said. "I smoke 3 packs of cigarettes a day. I also drink a case of whiskey a week, eat fatty foods, and never exercise." "That's amazing," the woman said. "How old are you?" He replied, "Well, I'm 26. I wonder which picture best represents you. The first is a picture of serene contentment, and the other is a picture of angry discontent. A word found in the dictionary that isn't used much today, probably because it's fraught with political incorrectness, is the word crybaby. It describes a person who simply doesn't seem to ever be content. Viktor Frankl, an Austrian-born Jew, was both a medical doctor and a philosopher, having attained a degree in medicine and a doctor's degree in philosophy as well from the University of Vienna. Frankl was interned in a German concentration camp during World War II. He was separated from his family, stripped of his clothes, deprived of all personal possessions, and robbed of his dignity. Frankl's wife, mother, and brother were all murdered at Auschwitz. During all this time, he never broke under the weight of his circumstances. Later, when the Americans liberated the prison camp, he returned to the practice of psychiatry and authored the acclaimed book, Man's Search for Meaning. In the book, Frankl writes, "Between stimulus and response there is a space, and in that space is our power to choose our response." He further writes, "Everything can be taken from a man or a woman, but one thing, the last of human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." What's interesting is that this same idea that Frankl describes, the power to choose one's attitude, was also described by the Apostle Paul around 62 AD. In his letter to the church at Philippi, Paul wrote, "I have learned to be content, whatever the circumstances. I know what it is to be in need. I know what it is to have plenty. I have learned the secret of being content in any and every situation." So, what was this secret to being content that Paul is referring to? The answer is found a few verses later in verse 13. Paul declares, "I can do everything through him who gives me strength." In another letter to the church in Galatia, Paul writes, "I have been crucified with Christ, and I no longer live, but Christ lives in me." What Paul is sharing is that knowing and following Christ as Lord, having Christ living in him, is what gave him the power to overcome whatever circumstances he faced. This was the secret to being content. I wonder what circumstances you're currently facing. Have you taken the time to turn these over to Christ so you can experience true contentment? That's something to consider.